Why do 80% of whistleblowers face retaliation? This alarming statistic highlights a pervasive issue in many industries, where those who dare to speak out against injustices often find themselves targeted and silenced. The fear of retaliation can be paralyzing, preventing many from coming forward with their stories. But what happens when someone decides to break the silence despite the risks? NewJeans' Hanni might just have the answer. Known for her vibrant performances and charismatic presence, Hanni has always been in the public eye. However, her recent revelations have cast a different light on her life behind the scenes. In October 2024, Hanni, a member of the popular K-pop group NewJeans, delivered a moving testimony at South Korea's National Assembly. Speaking before the Environment and Labor Committee, Hanni recounted her personal experiences of workplace harassment, highlighting an incident in which a manager from another group under Hybe allegedly instructed members to ignore her during an encounter. Fighting back tears, Hanni implored the assembly to recognize that we are all human and that mutual respect is critical in any working environment. The controversy began when Hanni attended an audit as a reference person, where she detailed workplace mistreatment she had endured. She described a work environment where fear and intimidation were commonplace, and where the well-being of artists was often overlooked in favor of profit and control. She mentioned incidents involving a manager from a different group who had allegedly harassed her multiple times, creating a toxic work environment. This public declaration was not just a moment of personal catharsis, but a desperate plea for change within the industry. Determined to shield others from similar experiences, Hanni's testimony wasn't just a cry for help, but a call for change. She emphasized the need for better mental health support, fair treatment, and a more respectful work environment for all artists. Hanni's concerns, however, went deeper than these specific incidents. She described an overall atmosphere within Hybe that she found troubling. When greeting higher-ups, she felt ignored, which she perceived as disrespectful. This disregard, she claimed, fostered a toxic environment that alienated her and her group members. The response from fans has been overwhelming. Many have taken to social media to express their support for Hanni, sharing their own stories of workplace harassment and calling for systemic changes within the industry. The solidarity shown by fans has been a source of strength for Hanni and a catalyst for broader discussions about artist welfare. Hanni's revelations have rocked the K-pop world, prompting a wave of support from fans and raising serious questions about the treatment of artists in the industry. The outpouring of support has also put pressure on Hybe to address these allegations transparently and take meaningful action to improve the working conditions for their artists. Adding to the complexity, allegations emerged about deleted CCTV footage, which could have provided clarity regarding the workplace harassment claim. Hanni's mother, along with other NewJeans members' parents, expressed concerns that the company was trying to suppress the truth by erasing key evidence. The families voiced frustration with the unresolved nature of these issues, despite months of complaints. Hanni's tearful testimony before the National Assembly on October 15, 2024, only further amplified the situation. She reiterated that while there might be differences in artist contracts compared to typical workers, the basic human dignity of all individuals should still be respected. Her testimony came after months of tension, with some fans believing the issues stemmed from a lack of communication between Hybe and its subsidiary, Adore, which manages NewJeans. In response to Hanni's National Assembly testimony, here's what some netizens wrote. At K-pop Fanatic writes, "It's heartbreaking to see her cry, but I'm proud of her for speaking up." At Idolover writes, "This is a huge problem in the industry. More idols need to come forward." At Justice, Fork Pop writes, "She's so brave for confronting these issues publicly." At user 1234 writes, "Hybe should be ashamed of how they've handled this." At Supporthani writes, "Workplace bullying is no joke, and it's time for change." Around the same time, Hanni also found herself the subject of controversy following a skit on SNL Korea. The skit made fun of her Vietnamese-Australian background and accent, sparking outrage among fans. The sketch portrayed her speaking broken Korean, which many felt was a disrespectful and xenophobic mockery of her efforts to adapt to Korean culture as a foreign idol. Fans and commentators were quick to criticize the show for its insensitivity, calling it out as an example of the casual xenophobia foreign idols sometimes face in South Korea. Regarding the controversial SNL Korea skit, netizens expressed their frustration as well. At Hanni Forever writes, "This was distasteful and unnecessary. Hanni deserves better." At Anti-Xeno writes, Mocking her accent isn't funny, it's offensive. At Foreign Udall writes, SNL Korea should apologize, this isn't okay. At Global Pop Fan writes, as a foreigner in Korea, Hanni has worked so hard. This skit was mean-spirited. At No to Racism writes, they really need to do better in understanding what's funny and what's hurtful. In conclusion, Hanni's brave decision to speak out has not only highlighted the issues within Hybe, but has also ignited a broader conversation about the treatment of artists in the K-pop industry. Her story is a powerful reminder that behind the glitz and glamour, there are real people facing real challenges. As fans and viewers, it's crucial to support these artists and advocate for a more transparent and respectful industry. The courage to speak out can lead to change, and it's up to all of us to ensure that these voices are heard and acted upon. What kind of industry do we want to support? One that values profit over people, or one that respects and uplifts its artists? The choice is ours.